Hello nerds and welcome to Into the Wild, your favourite wildlife and conservation podcast where we look at all things, well, wildlife and conservation.
This is a podcast of curiosity where we know we don't have all the answers.
Oh, that's my co-host Nadia, by the way.
Hi. But it doesn't really matter because we're here to learn and crucially listen to those who are affected by and closest to the issues that we as conservationists tend to pick over from our comfy living rooms.
So strap yourselves in, open up your luggols, grab a brew and join us as we geek out over nature, share our love for wildlife, rarely take ourselves seriously, all whilst learning. Oh, and we sometimes swear. We're back!
We're back! I am so excited.
Are you?
Yeah, I've done no work today.
I thought you were going to say all summer then.
Or summer. It's been one of them things, you got something in your diary where you're like, I can't do anything today because this is coming up.
Oh, that's nice. I had the same feeling, I should say.
Did you?
Yeah, I was really looking forward to sharing and laughing. And learning.
And sharing sayings
and
that
learning
you don't know.
And sharing.
And learning.
And laughing whilst
and
learning.
Caring. What's that from?
Friends, but not that dialogue.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dear.
How have you been? How was your summer?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it. It's in the past.
Wow, okay. Well, Jesus, what happened?
It's in the past.
For a summer, she will forget.
You know that I hate August, so I am buzzing.
I think you're the only person in my life that doesn't like. That's not true. Indy Green doesn't like summer either.
Thanks, Indy. What's up?
Yeah, but you're one of the only two people I know that doesn't like summer.
Look, it was really busy. My whole team that I work with was on holiday pretty much, so I was just like sailing this ship solo. And do you know what? It was great.
When's your summer equivalent then? Like, if everyone loves summer usually,
when's
your summer?
So I would say like September, October. Like, I love going out and doing stuff.
Oh, because it's my birthday in October. Is that why?
And then also... and I also really like April and May.
Mean.
I'm not mean. Come on, how was your summer?
Thank you. It was beautiful.
Was it nice?
It was good. It was hot, but that's summer, although it was hotter than previous summers. It was nice, yeah. It was good. It's good. It's fine.
Yeah, good, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of, I blinked and missed it.
Do you see what I mean, though? Let's just get on with the year. Do you know what I mean?
You love a break, though.
Do I?
Yeah.
Really? I thought I had like a proper Protestant work ethic and all I want to do is work and be productive.
No, you love a break. If I said to you, you do like to work, you're very good at working. But if I said to you, if I looked at you, if we were sat next to each other now and I just we're like working at desks side by side, and I just grabbed my cup of tea and just slowly leant to the side over to you and just went, do you want to go to Malaga?
Oh my God, I would be on Skyscanner quicker than you could
exactly.
say.
Do you know what I mean? I know you would be. So you'd like the break, a very specific break.
You would turn around and I would have a San Miguel in my hand.
That's the thing. We can go to Malaga without going to Malaga.
Ryan, I'm not joking.
What?
Should we go to Malaga?
See, nerds, I told you, look how quick that was from I don't like summer to yes, I'll go to Malaga quite urgently.
I like Spain. I like Spain. I like San Miguel.
You like a foreign supermarket?
I love a foreign supermarket.
On that note, I'm going to tell you this, but the nerds ain't going to have a clue what I'm fucking on about.
Go on.
Guess what I saw in a shop today?
Shut up. What? Shut up.
Do you remember the little mini pint glass of mustard?
Oh,
that we saw in Namibia. Yeah, the nerds are like, you have no idea what I'm on about.
When we were in Namibia, we went into a supermarket and they had like a little trolley. There were little trolleys and normal trolleys. Do you remember?
Yeah.
When it was lovely. I tell you what, it was like we were driving for miles. And then finally, a convenience store, I could buy some beer or whatever. And there was this little glass tankard full of mustard with a plastic top. And I was like, that is amazing.
I saw it in a shop round here today.
You can get anything in London, can't you?
You can, yeah, you can. Travel the world just in London.
My birthday's coming up.
I know, I've already got one.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, surprise ruined, but I had to tell you. Well, I'm glad you've had a good summer. Nerds, I hope you've had a good summer as well. It's
Yeah,
lovely to be
same.
back and talking
I
to
hope
you.
that I hope that you are a fraction as excited as Ryan and I are that we're back.
We are grinning from ear to ear as we record this.
God almighty. We're so sad. Okay.
Before we go on to the show, though, we've got some news to share, which, as we record
Well, it's a news
this,
show, so
yeah,
you're in the right
exactly.
place.
I think when this has been released on today, which is Wednesday 17th, we should have put this on socials by now. If not, oops.
If not, I made a mistake.
Very kind of you. But we have a new mini-series starting in 2026, which is very exciting. We're going to be working on it, which is called Into the Wild, Lost in Sri Lanka. I was privileged enough to be able to get lost in Sri Lanka, journey around quite a lot of the country in the month of end of August. Yeah, we drove around a lot of that place, and we met people from small coastal communities, from rainforest communities, from communities living just outside national parks, and we spoke to them about a plethora of things, but specifically wildlife tourism. We spoke about land and access, and we spoke about human-wildlife conflict, because Sri Lanka's got a very fascinating story to tell. A country that's very recently come out of a 30-year civil war, a country that has had a boom in tourism, which is good for some local people, not good for others, and been okay for wildlife and not great for other bits of wildlife. And human wildlife conflict is also something that wherever we go around the world is an interesting topic to talk about. So it was a lovely experience to talk to some Indigenous community members, some rural communities, and some people in the know who run larger scale things on a community level to do with wildlife tourism. So this new series with myself and Nadia is going to come out in the new year. There was also, I guess the other thing we got to announce, which will be on socials, is there's a new Into the Wild podcast team member that's joining us, who we won't name yet.
We've given birth.
Yeah.
Ryan and I
Our
had
new
a baby.
child. We'll be announcing who that person is on our socials, and when that has happened, we'll say it on the podcast as well. But keep your eyes peeled. Someone who was on the Sri Lankan project with us, who helped out massively, and we owe so many thanks to, and who has continued to help us out with this project and further Into the Wild things. So that's a bit of Into the Wild news for you. But
So exciting.
it is exciting stuff. So we're looking forward to sharing that with you and hearing what you guys think. Right, nature highlight time.
Yeah.
What you got? What's been your highlight?
Do you know, it's a humble one, Ryan. It's a humble one. I like, if there's new listeners this side of summer, I really want them to get the gist of how humble I am.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you know what's the simplicity of? There's a little drive. You know this drive from where I am across over to Ettrick, the other side of the island.
Yeah, 10K run that.
It's the bottleneck. It's the bottleneck of the island. And all along is our rowan trees, which is how you say rowan in Scotland. You say rowan.
Rowan.
Yes,
I thought
rowan.
you mispronounced it.
Well, your face didn't give anything away. The berries are just like blood red berry, so many, the trees are just like drooping under these berries, and they're just so beautiful. I don't know whether I've ever just noticed so many rowan trees with so many berries, but it just caught my eye. But then also it got me wondering and worried. It's like a nature highlight and a nature low light. Am I allowed to do that?
You are.
And I was like,
so.
Have these come out too early because thems that what eat the berries aren't here yet? They're not on our shores. So our field fares and redwings and waxwings. Also, we need that food supply to persist throughout winter to feed our thrushes and other birds and finches, etc. So I don't know. It worries me that they're out already, but maybe that's
also
normal.
in big numbers as well. Is usually. I mean, I'm not a tree expert. I'm not a trek expert.
Oh, you're not?
No, but I do know that usually trees mass producing berries or seeds or whatever is usually a sign of stress.
Is it called a mast year?
Sure.
Isn't that like a year, like every now and then where trees just go sick and they're like, fruit? But maybe that's what it is, right?
Are you saying mass year as one word?
Mast.
Mast. Oh, right. Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, listeners, tell us.
Yeah, tell us by,
I'll tell you who'd know. Amy Jane Beer. Amy, if you're listening.
Is she? Does she listen to AJB?
Amy just listen.
Does she?
Okay, let's test.
What do we do?
I don't know. Well, she'd say something, wouldn't
Yeah.
she? This is the test.
AJB, if
and
you
then if
just
she
heard
doesn't
this
say
bit,
anything to me, I'll be like, okay, fine, I know.
yeah,
Hey,
but I
let's
know
do that for all our
AJB likes
friends.
a bit of a prank as well. She purposely won't say anything to keep us on our toes.
Amy, have you made any rowanberry jam recently?
Can you eat rowan berries? You
that's-
can't, can you? They're
I
toxic.
don't know, but we've got a long-running joke with Amy and jam. Anyway, that's my nature news. You tell me yours.
Mine only just happened today, and it's not finished yet.
Oh, God, what are you doing? What is it?
Just seeing how you're going to react. There is a huge moth in my blinds in my living room window, and I'm yet to identify what it is. I can only see its silhouette. It's probably the size of like 4 50p's clustered together. So it's
Shut up. No, it is not the size of 450p's.
Oh, now
Ryan Dalton,
now I am
this is
doubting
such a
myself.
weird nature news that it's just made me angry and want to quit.
Why?
Because, first of all, look at it and ID it
But I haven't had time.
before you come on the pod. And there is no moth that is 450p. Like, okay, even like the big moths.
Okay, let's
Are
say
50p smaller in London? Is it because...
all right. I would
things are
say
more
at least.
expensive?
All right. We'll change that to 3 5p's and 2 50p's.
So
Does that
£1
work?
15 pence.
It's about a quid 15p worth, but it's up there behind the blind, and I've not had time to get up there and look at it and see which
Oh
one
God,
it is.
this is such great news. Thanks
So-
for telling me there's an unidentified moth in your
No,
house.
but it's my highlight. It's not news. It's my highlight
Okay, sorry.
because my highlight
what is
is
wrong with
A,
me?
it's exciting. B, I'm yet to identify it.
Look, the lepidopterists are on hooks.
So I'll take some pictures and send them to you and put them on
No,
socials.
you're all right. I'm busy tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should we go back to your tree low light?
This is a really bad nature highlight. We're warming up for the season, guys. Please forgive
We've
us.
started on thin ground, guys. We're really clutching at straws.
Oh God. Okay. Should we go into some nature news?
Oh God, let's go into some nature news. Nerds, strap yourselves
from here.
in. Okay, do you wanna what I mean, can I start?
Yeah, I feel like that was a long way of just going, can I start? You do like to give it to me sometimes. Sorry. Should we start again?
Nope.
That's not fair because you always get to decide when we start again and we don't start
Well,
again.
I'm sorry, but if you're gonna say things like that,
You're often quite happy for me to go first, but I can tell that you are.
I just can't hear it any other way now. To nerds listening, if this is your first time joining into the world, there is there's nothing going on
We're
between Nada
barely
and I.
platonic. When I open WhatsApp, he's not even in the top 10 messages.
Wow, I am because I message her every day.
Go on, what is
Okay,
news? Come on.
well, a shit ton of water voles have been released in Surrey, so that's good, isn't it?
Oh, God.
That's not. I'll be honest. That's
I'll
not
tell you
what
what,
the
Ryan,
headline says.
like how many waterfalls? Like 10, 50p's worth of waterfalls?
No,
Do
I'd
you want to
say-
be more vague?
No, I'd say at least I reckon about 80 quid's worth here.
Go on.
Well, it's 200, nearly.
Wow.
200 water voles got to be at least 80 quid, isn't it?
And where? In Surrey?
Yeah, so they've been released in Surrey, Sussex, and Hampshire along the River Wey. Is it Wey or Y? W-E-Y.
Another one for Amy Jane Beer, actually. We'll find out.
Way or Y, whichever one, as part of plans to return the animal to the area, having not been seen for about 20 years. So the programme was led by the National Trust and the Environment Agency. It saw dozens more voles return to the area near Hazelmere on Monday. David Elliott from the National Trust, who's a lead ranger for South Downs Way, said they're a really dynamic species. They live fast, die young, and I love that attitude. And they're consistently breeding, and everything has always been on the move. He added, I remember seeing the last of them about 25 years ago. After that, the only ones within miles of here was stuffed and in a display case, unfortunately. So it's nice to see these animals back into some waterways where they haven't been for some time.
They are such a lovely rodent.
Yeah, you can't look at a water vole and not feel something.
Yeah, I've it's been years since I've seen one, but They did always breed. They used to breed near where on the nature reserve I worked on. So I would hear the plop.
You've got to stop. You've got to stop.
Stop what? I have come back after my summer break with a cheeky little.
You want to be able to say that and not have a reaction.
Ryan, I just want to get a rise out of you. This is my job now for the rest of my life, is to get a rise out of you. Look, when water voles.
No, I think water voles as well is one of those species. If there is anyone that's dating at the moment, if you bring this up as a flag warning system, because if they don't find them cute, I think that's a red flag.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can you imagine that, dating someone that doesn't find a water vole cute?
I think that could be a really good, for anyone listening out there, if you're dating, which, maybe I'm in that boat soon, maybe. You just kind of casually like, oh, look at this on your phone.
Yeah,
Like really casually. I can't do anything casually, by the way.
No, I can't imagine you doing
I will
this.
try and subtly just be like swiping through and go, hey, even now my acting is terrible, but I will do that. It's a test to see, and
I think we should all, even if you're not dating, just with your friend, just show them a water vole, maybe this news story.
Get rid of friends.
Yeah, and see if they don't immediately go, oh my God, that's adorable, then just question that relationship.
I would just immediately go really angry at them because this isn't toxic and just be like, what is wrong with you? What do you find cute?
I love the way you're announcing, this is really toxic, but...
I'm really angry at this person or this fictitious person.
I know,
anyway, that's great news. I hope that, as with everything nerds, whenever there are reintroduction schemes, sometimes it does, me. I'm like Ryan has a, fun podcast. Nadia comes in and ruins it with her negativity, but... And this is why you asked me to be your co-host, isn't it?
It was. I needed some more negativity in my life.
Your life! It's, I do always say, I think we do rush sometimes to introduction schemes rather than fixing the long-standing ecological problems or systemic problems in our country, which is why they've declined and disappeared. But I do also understand that the sight of a little furry bundle is inspirational for people to care about the natural environment.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done for stopping at furry.
This is why I think beavers were reintroduced, to make everybody laugh.
Yeah, that's the only reason. What's yours? What have you got?
Anyway, so, oh God, I'm here to bring the really boring news about policy and wildlife. I've got two really boring policy, not boring, exciting, one really good one and then one really boring one. Can I have two? And then if I'm lucky, can I have three because I've got a funny one?
There's a lot of information there.
I know, but I've been holding my breath for the whole of August with all of the news.
Go on, give me one.
One at a time, yeah? Yeah,
obviously. Don't mix the news stories up. It's not a cocktail.
Mix three together. Nadia's broken. This is why I've got someone new into the world. You're slowly pushing me out because I've slowly got weirder. So this is the news that was in the Guardian yesterday. We knew it was coming, but just to kind of reaffirm that this is happening, from the 30th of September, burning on England's deep peat will be banned. So poor Pete, we always say, don't we?
Poor Pete.
Poor Pete. So for those of you that do not know, our peatlands are an incredibly diverse and rare habitat, which is, take thousands of years to layer up and store peat, and they great water storage places, but also carbon sinks and really good for biodiversity. Areas of peatland, usually in uplands, are burnt regularly and systematically by those who own grouse shooting estates, because when the vegetation on peat is burnt, there's new shoots, and those shoots are the food for the birds that rich people like to shoot for fun. And so when you burn peat, it creates more habitat for those birds, some more birds to shoot out of the sky and then go, chin chin, when you've done it. So previously you couldn't burn on, so the new rules now, that means that there already was a ban on peat bigger than 40 centimetre depth on triple size, but this has now been that doesn't cover so much peatland. But now this has been expanded, that from the 30th of September, any peat over 30 centimetres deep, not just on triple size, and that will cover 676,628 hectares of deep peat, up from the current 222,000 hectares. So it's
that's huge.
Threefold increase in basically banning a really stupid practice.
That's amazing. Do you know what? And actually, in current times, that's nice to hear.
It's nice to hear. Let's hope it's enforced, and let's hope that Natural England, I mean, I know that there's other nature bodies in other countries. I don't know, I think that's just England. Yeah, it's just England. Let's hope that Natural England are able to, and they're empowered to use the tools at their disposal.
Yeah.
That should a landowner break the rules and it's reported, they can actually follow it through and, through to a persecution, because quite often that's the niggly bit that doesn't happen.
No, 100%. But it's good. This is a story we brought up a couple of times, I think.
Tracking it. Just been following it,
Just following it. Just tracking, following.
And then, in 2 or 3 years' time, we might be reporting that our uplands are going to be fully restored and no more grouse shooting. Maybe, you never know.
Hey, we got to manifest this stuff, so I'm going to say that's exactly what we're going to be doing.
Let's put it on the manifestation board of the Interworld head office. It's next to the...
Do you mean my bedroom?
101 book.
You mean that whiteboard I've got in my room?
Yeah, that says
with my shopping list
podcast on Wednesday.
And buy more Riley food. Is that the board you mean?
Hey nerds, sorry to interrupt the show, it's Ryan here. I just wanted to pop on to tell you something quick. We always want Into the Wild to be a free and accessible show, but it does cost to run this thing. So if you ever have any spare pennies or pounds and you want to chuck it towards your favourite nature, wildlife and conservation podcast, then you can do so by going to www.ko-fi.com/intothewildpod. The link is in the write-up of this episode. Anything you're able to give goes straight back into the shows we produce. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Back onto nature news.
Okay, right, my next story. Are you ready?
Let's keep it rolling. I know, I'm not. I'm clearly not ready.
We're
but go
both
on.
not ready for this, but it's, something's being created here.
Art.
I'm classing this as scientific art. Okay, this is a story I've only just read about 15 minutes ago, but I think it's quite important, and that actually does follow on nicely to our new mini-series going on, coming out. So it's I got this from Munga Bay, which is always a good website. Those of you that are maybe new to the podcast that are wanting to keep up to date with conservation, quite a good article site to keep up to date with global news. There's been a tourism surge and climate change threaten in Nepal's Mustang. So there's basically been a new road built. So it's taken about 8 years in this area. Nepal's remote Mustang region has become mass tourism destination. The surge in tourists combined with the impacts of climate change could put the fragile Himalaya region at greater risk from future disasters. So previously this area was a destination for foreign trekkers attempting the Annapurna circuit, and the occasional Nepali devotees would visit. Now domestic and Indian pilgrims flock to the region on the new road, which has significantly shortened the travel time to both upper and the lower Mustang. So between the mid-July 2024 and mid-June 2025, the region experienced a 49% jump in tourist arrivals compared to the previous year.
Whoa.
So that's 1 year. 1 year. That's a massive increase. That was from the district police office. The number of domestic tourists increased by 52%, and foreign arrivals rose by nearly 40%, bringing visitors from 72 countries. So it's not just the fact that there's people visiting this area, as we all know, we have to cater for this amount of tourists. So you're getting new hotels being built, new cafes, new restaurants, and there is zoning laws in place in this region, but it's being encroached further and further into whether it's waterways or rock faces and stuff like that. And what they've also realised is there's inadequate sewage treatment for hotels and other establishments in place, and waste management as well. So it's this kind of thing where you're seeing a mass bit of tourism come in. The systems aren't in place to deal with the sudden change. And, compared to the already at-risk region with climate change, is this going to put the region in a bit more delicate spin? So it is an area that's quite prone to flash floods triggered by heavy rain. So they're just concerned that this is going to get worse. Something to, again, I guess, keep an eye on and see what things get managed. But what are your thoughts on that kind of tourism boom?
I get so conflicted with these things, because it's a load of individual people making individual choices, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like one big homogenous evil.
No.
And we've all been tourists.
I think my main thing with this is it always happens too quick, and it is about a quick buck rather than a sustainable living.
Yeah.
And I can't blame certain people for wanting that quick buck. Because you're like, some
you can rake it when what's make hay while the sun shines.
Exactly, right? So like, you live in a rural area like this Nepal Mustang, and suddenly tourism increases. You're like, well, why would I not create a homestay and benefit from this? Or maybe I sell my land to buy something because it's now worth more money. You don't blame people for that. However, we're looking at the longer term of, can we make better decisions that will pay dividends over years rather than a quick cash out? And
also like, when you think about like communities of people, oh God, I'm going to be edgy when I say this, but roll with me, but like communities of people that really, really just push and say no to capitalism and like no to exploitation and no to that kind of thing tend to be indigenous communities. And I feel like most communities who are in a money-based system, a money transaction system, just follow the money, and that's nobody's fault other than the fact that we're in this.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think like I think maybe we maybe not saying like tend to be indigenous, but I would say the majority of indigenous communities would think like that. Like, if not all of. However, we've also got long-standing rural communities in some areas that have a strong sense of community, so therefore are more, even that might rely on the Western capitalist model, but also rely on their surrounding environment for that. So it could be, let's say there's a fishing community somewhere and, people suddenly want to flock to the coast. Well, this community might go, well, this is how we want it to happen, because we've been here for 1,000 years or something like that. So it's having that strong bond as a community going, well, we're all right to make some money and live partially in this capitalist system, but it's got to be the way we want it to happen. And
it's about having a united set of values amongst a set of people.
Exactly that.
When you haven't really got a shared set of values. But I don't know. I just think, I think that the onus goes on, I feel like maybe as tourists, we just have to be tourists less, maybe as well.
Yeah, I do think
Malaga.
There is a heavy community in Malaga.
Look,
it's not Spanish.
We've messed it up already. We might as well.
Go and enjoy it.
Do you know what I mean? Like, whilst it's a bit of a mess.
No, I think this story specifically is interesting. There wasn't much talk about the community. There might not, and I'll show my ignorance here. I don't even know if there is much of a. I mean, there must be a community because there's hotels, but I don't know if there are historically people. It'd be interesting to read more about this. And I'll share some in the write-up of this episode, Nerds.
Tourism is something I think with us that's just going to come up time and time again. Like, you and I are obsessed. Like, we're not obsessed with it. We talk about it a lot.
It's a big thing. It's a big thing.
It's such a big thing.
There are people that rely on this. And, and like I said, this is going to be a lot of what we were talking about in Lost in Sri Lanka. It's meeting these communities that are reliant on it and how it's managed to keep to a certain level, or if it's not managed, and what these implications are on the community, but also onto wildlife, the environment, and all of its biodiversity. So there'll be links in the write-up of this episode, as always, Nerds, about our stories, and I'll put a few about this region and see if there's anything more to read. It's something I'll definitely be tucking into a bit more.
That's Ryan Dalton, our tourism correspondent.
Thank you. Now to the weather.
And next. We'll have jobs. Do you want a policy update, or would you like something about koalas?
You've basically been a mother on Sunday roast going, do you want more broccoli or do you want your apple crumble now?
Why don't you want a policy update?
Because I feel like your other story was a policy update and it did lack in koalas, if I'm honest.
There was none on them.
No koalas. Can you brief
policy
the
update
policy?
is by, so I can talk about, we've got another 5 decades of this shit, but it's this.
Of this episode?
No.
We said max half hour.
Look, I know we did say max half hour, but I also feel like people, I know that our audience have only got a half an hour attention span. Sorry, guys, but let's be honest. But I feel like because you've missed us so much, you might be willing to open your luggles for an extra 5 minutes.
Can I just say it means the absolute world that you call them luggles now, thanks to me.
You dare take that away from me.
Did you say luggles already?
Yes.
Never heard you say that. Let's not
Well,
do
just
this
because
now.
you've never heard me say, because you're not listening, to be honest. You haven't got your
I'm not what? Such a dad joke, isn't it? Right, go on. Policy, brief update.
Just quickly, so I brought this up time and time again, and I'll continue to bring it up because it's a 10-year project that's going to do nothing. And I told you this from the beginning, and in 2030 I will sit here and I will tell you, told you so.
I know where this is going.
Right, okay? This is your drunk naturalist correspondent going, I told you.
Wow.
Never happened.
Really got to your Geordie roots.
It's because, do you know what? I got off Vinted the other night at 3 a.m. For £3, I got a vinyl of the Bladen Races, which is like a proper Northeast anthem. Anyone Northeast out there, you'll know that it's like a proper anthem written in the late 1800s. And I listened to it earlier, and I think I've just got really Geordie.
Sometimes you sharing a story on this show is like listening to Ronnie Corbett trying to tell a joke. It takes ages to get to the
I know,
story.
to go around all the houses before I get to the end.
Jesus, come
Anyway,
on. Policy, you've got this.
Anyway, policy update. So I've mentioned this, I think, probably on 3 or 4 podcasts before, but this is a global commitment that loads of different countries have signed up to, which is to protect 30% of land for nature by 2030. The UK government has also signed up to this commitment. There are communities around the world, usually non-white, non-Western communities, which are calling this the biggest land grab in history. So it has its problems, and it's got a lot of problems. In the UK context, we've already colonised and ruined all of our landscape anyway, so it's probably could be a positive. So this commitment was made in 2020, and we are halfway through now that commitment. So the government's meant to be taking steps towards getting to 2030. This is a news release today, which my job used to be working in 30 by 30, so I understand who's on this and the staff behind the scenes. And one of the kind of ideas is to track throughout the decade the progress that government is making towards protecting 30% of land for nature by 2030. Well, surprise, surprise, they've crunched the numbers. The land that is in a fit state for nature has decreased.
Oh.
So it's only like 2.64.
Colour me surprised.
So I think, good. Let me just get the exact number for you so that I'm not. So it's actually so the figure stands at 2.83%. According to the way that the wildlife charities have categorised what the 30% should look like,
Right.
only 2.83% of the country fits that standard. And we are already 5 years into this. I said from day one, this is absolutely not the policy we should be pursuing, and this is not the way that we should be doing it. And it's not working, and it will fail to work because I don't believe personally that designating land for nature is the only way to halt biodiversity's decline. This is your news report from your smug temple. You might disagree with me if you're listening. Write in. I don't get the emails, Ryan.
Well, I'm not surprised. I will just say, once again, it lacked in koalas.
You didn't want the koala one.
No, I do want the koala one.
You want the koala one?
Is it
right,
quick?
This is really quickly.
Come on.
This is really quick. There's been a vaccine approved for koalas to rid them or stop them getting chlamydia.
That's good.
Chlamydia, Ryan, is is the reason why they're on the road to becoming extinct.
Is it actually? They don't just carry it.
Australia's endangered koala. God, I need
Just having a stroke in here.
calm down. I need a downer. This podcast has been an upper for me.
Come on.
A vaccine which could save Australia's endangered koala population from a rampant chlamydia epidemic has been approved for the rollout for the first time. Now, the University of the Sunshine Coast scientists have spent more than a decade developing a jab to curb the spread of the disease, which has devastated the wild koala populations across eastern Australia. The infection rate can be as high as 70%,
Whoa.
and they are edging closer to extinction every day. So this is really good news. It means that somebody has got the job out there of catching koalas and giving them a jab.
I will say now, you've made that sound lovely. They are not nice creatures to try and handle.
Are they assholes?
They are absolutely. Have you not heard a koala like scream or roar?
No, I haven't. Did it?
Honestly, no, I'm not going to reproduce it. But it's. I remember it from Steve Irwin days when he was working with them. It was. They've not.
Really?
They can be aggy. Although I did hold one once and it was magical.
And did it? Was it cuddly?
Yeah, I don't know if it had
Well, you
chlamydia.
see. You didn't try. Well, anyway, chlamydia, which is transmitted by close contact or mating, can cause painful urinary tract infections, conjunctivitis, blindness, and infertility in koalas, and is often fatal. And both male and females can get it.
Is that how it's causing the decline because of the infertility?
Yeah, and it kills them as well.
It does kill them.
Yeah, it does all of the things. It's like a slow.
Oh God.
And anyway, it's different strain to the one found in humans, Ryan. So.
Why did you say that like that?
I just thought maybe you'll make a joke.
That is the most seen I've ever felt.
It is different from the strain found in humans, but Joey's, which is also the name for the baby. I thought Joey's was a kangaroo thing, but Joey's is also
thing,
baby.
isn't it?
Huh?
Is it a mustelid thing? Not mustelid.
I don't know.
Marsupial thing.
Marsupial, maybe, yeah. Joey's can also catch it through feeding in their mother's pouch. Oh, God. Right, so, yeah, I mean...
What did you just read?
But the treatment can be... I didn't get this far.
No, what have you just read? Because your face and body really reacted to that.
It said, but the treatment can be deadly too.
Brilliant. So it's a real roll of the dice for koalas in Australia.
Let's cut that whole story out.
Never has a story ended eliminating the entire story.
So they're also given antibiotics, apparently.
Christ.
This sounds horrific. I just feel like, oh God, then there's a picture of them and I'm like, yeah, no, we should try and see them.
No, we should try them because they're iconic and beautiful and lovely, but you do think, God, Jesus, how did they get this?
Chlamydia?
Yeah.
How did we get it?
Good question. No answer for you.
Okay, that's me done, probably for a month. I'll be back in October.
Right, well, nerds, God bless you. Every single one of you deserve an award for getting through this first episode with us back. Sometimes it takes a while to learn how to ride the bike again.
Yeah, I've still got my training wheels on.
Yeah, so we'll get there. But some lovely stories. We are super excited about sharing more about Into the Wild Lost in Sri Lanka with you, and very excited about sharing the news of our latest Into the Wild team member, which will be on social, so keep a lookout for that. As always, anything you've got that you would like to throw towards your favourite nature and wildlife podcasts, then kofi.com/Into the Wild pod. It all goes straight back into the podcast, and we'd love you forever. Any platform you listen on and you're able to give us a review, please do. And we are back now every Wednesday with nature news, and I'm sure some bonus episodes coming out as well. But until next time, look after yourselves.
Thanks, nerds.
Bye.